Your iPhone comes with Apple's Safari web browser, and of course there are the other big industry players like Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox. But today I'm going to show you the 6 best web browsers that offer something a little different. Let's start with Arc. This is a completely new kind of web browser, and the version for the iPhone puts a lot of emphasis on fast and easy search. Now, unlike the AI-powered tools like ChatGPT or Google's AI search, this isn't generating an answer, it's gathering the top search results and summarizing them for you. So as long as you can trust the results, which you can easily check because it cites its sources, you can trust the answers. You can ask it about anything, you can ask for travel or activity recommendations, you can ask it to compare any arbitrary two things, or you can ask it for step-by-step directions. It has a built-in content blocker that hides ads, hides those irritating cookie permission banners, and blocks the trackers from following you across the web, an increasing necessity in this modern age. It also integrates with your passwords saved in iCloud Keychain, so you don't have to dig through the Passwords app to get them. It'll authenticate instantly. It cleans up your searches after a day, so you don't build up dozens and dozens of tabs in the background. And it syncs with versions for iPhone, iPad, Mac, Windows, and an Android version in beta testing. Download the iPhone version right here from the App Store. If you want the best privacy, check out DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is a search engine, an alternative to Google, but they also make their own web browser for iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Windows. It's closer to a traditional browser interface, but with all the privacy features turned up to the max. It's an invisible way to enjoy a safer and more private web. And it has a single button you can press to burn all of the data you don't want and start over. DuckDuckGo isn't trying to reinvent the wheel. It's the same browser you're used to, but with more advanced privacy under the hood. And unlike other independent browsers, it's not just a clone of the open source version of Google Chrome. DuckDuckGo is its own bespoke app made by DuckDuckGo developers. Find it here on the App Store. Ecosia follows DuckDuckGo's model, but with a different goal. It's trying to save the environment. The company behind the Ecosia search engine and web browser spends 100% of its profits on climate action. You can trust they're walking the walk as much as they talk the talk because the company updates detailed financial reports every single month. You can see exactly how much money they spent on planting trees and environmental causes, how many trees were planted, and where. The company also generates solar power to offset the energy impacts of its software. It's based on the open source code for Mozilla Firefox, so you already know how to use it. And fittingly, the desktop version has an energy saver mode, reducing your energy impact and also saving battery while you're at it. Click here to download it from the App Store. If you have a small collection of 6 or 7 websites that you like to manually check a few times a week, Ticci Tabs is a bespoke app just for that. For example, if you like to read webcomics by opening up the pages of your favorite sites and just reading until you've seen what you've seen before, you can save them all to Ticci Tabs. You'll have one destination you can go to read all your favorite sites without cluttering up your browsing in Safari. If you read tech news at Cult of Mac, The Verge, 404 Media, add them all to Ticci Tabs. It's great for sites where the homepage itself is a destination where you can quickly scan and get all the top headlines. If you need to sign into a website to access member-exclusive content, that's easy as well. You can even open a site from a pasted link in your email. Although the browsing windows are ephemeral and temporary, it'll remember your credentials for next time. Ticci Tabs won't replace your web browser, unless you literally only go to a small handful of select websites, but it is a nice option to have if it suits your needs. Find it here on the App Store. Your Apple Watch can browse the web. You can open links sent to you in messages or in mail, though there isn't a Safari app you can use to browse the web yourself. But others have stepped in. mBrowser, or potentially microbrowser, or mBrowser, is a simple web browser for Apple's smallest screen. Type in or dictate a URL, and it'll go wherever you want, if you can manage. Zooming in and out is tricky. You have to rely on the double tap gesture and hope for the best. But for reading, at least, you can access reader mode by tapping on the title bar. YouTube videos don't play either, not that you would want to on such a tiny screen. You can pin websites as bookmarks, and even make a complication you can launch from the watch face. Download it here on the App Store. And finally, Onion Browser is a different kind of web browser. It connects to Tor, a private relay network that masks your browsing activity. It is the most secure and private way to browse the web for free. While it won't run as fast as a paid VPN service, you get all the same benefits: encrypted traffic that leaves a very hard footprint to trace. It also lets you access the dark web, areas of the internet only accessible through Tor and not a regular web browser. The name is much more frightening than the kind of boring reality. It's just drugs, cryptocurrency, and a bunch of scams pretending to be drugs and cryptocurrency. Except every website loads really slow, like it's 2002 again. But if you want to check it out, or at least keep your regular web browsing the most private, Onion Browser is the best choice. It's as easy to use as any regular web browser with a dead simple user interface. And the app is open source, so independent security researchers can verify it doesn't do anything shady or weird. Download it for free here on the App Store. And that is my list of 6 alternative web browsers for iPhone. Remember to like and subscribe. I'm Griffin Jones with Cult of Mac.